I realized something yesterday. After filming the Christmas video yesterday, I realized that most of us don't choose tradition. We inherit them. Yeah, because it's what our parents, our loved ones, our caregivers have done or how we do things. So we just kind of like do the same, whether it suits us or not, or whether we agree with them or not. We just follow suit. We just keeping on. Like how Christmas is done, or how even Valentine and all this different celebration that we feel like, yeah, we have to when truly it's not something that one maybe brings us joy or something that we're into or whatever. It's just because it's the norm. Yeah, we get to do as well. Because this day we do this thing. So yeah, we get to do that. And it's like identity. Identity, like sometimes isn't just about who you are. It's about what you what you stop doing as well. Like the things that don't bring you joy or things that not, yeah, they're not your thing. Like, oh yeah, this one day is a day to profess your love for the person that you're with or you choose or whatever it is. And then you have to spend, I guess for me, maybe it's all about like, how those days, the prices of things are like triple. Say if you want to go out for a meal or whatever, that day would be triple the price than a normal, like the day before, the day after. And I remember like, so we live by one of the famous football places here in London. And I remember going out for we just went out for like brunch, let's just call it that. My husband and I to one of our favorite local cafes that we normally go to. And we got there and we were like, okay. Then they brought the menu and it's like, what? What's going on? The price are like triple the thing. And then the hostess was like, it was a match day. So match day, the prices are marked up. So the cafe prices on match day is a whole different price than just a normal day. So she's like, okay, just tell me what you want, and then we'll give you the regular as like a regular customer than what it is on there. And it's like when we have all these like events and things, like how they just like, oh, I guess they make I don't know. It's just to me, it's like having to spend so much on a day because we're trying to like, yeah, it's this. Or like, you book like a Christmas meal and it's like, oh yeah, it's Christmassy. So the prices are like crazy. I know they do have like certain or like the whole idea of prices are so high and as soon as Christmas over, Boxing Day, it's like ridiculously low. I have this running jokes with my sister. Like she would like Boxing Day, she's out early in the morning, getting all the stuff at like a ridiculously, sometimes like Americans, they just mark down so many things. Like almost like 70% off, sometimes even 90% off. Like all these Christmassy things, all this whatever. And then she's got them locked in for next year. Like, oh, all this other like craziness that when you really look at it, even like a friend of mine, right? They have this special way of making, forgotten what it is called. And they always cut the head and the tail. I'm like, why are you cutting this thing? When they now found like, oh, that's how my mama does it. Okay. She now called mama. Mama said, yeah, because I have a small pot, so I cut the head and the tail so that it can fit into the pot. So she just inherit without even like realizing that, okay, this is why we do this because of, and it's like really like whatever. I mean, for me, I guess for me, it's just how things have been commercialized and how things have been taken too far and then made it into, whereas things about the most important thing is like being together or like making sure, like having that fun time, it's now become a thing that, oh, you have to come or you have to do, or, and then it's like, why are we like having to do this because it's expected of you? Like one of the things is like I remember one time we were like about to go back home and the norm is the traditional way is all the wives would like go and to the kitchen and make the meal and like whoever's visiting you like I just sat down with my husband one time and said, look, mate, you've worked all year. I've worked all year. We're going on holiday. You're going, I'm going. So I need a break too to switch off from the like what's happened and having the expectation when I go back, I need to be like cooking or doing stuff. I mean, oh my, I like to cook when I want to. But it's like you're doing that because you're. So yeah, that conversation was had that I'm on a break too. So I get to switch off. I get to not the expectation of as one of the wives of the family, we have to make sure you like do all those things. It's a conversation that has to be had and how, yeah, I would do my bit as long as everyone's knows that this is how we roll, it's not because, oh, because you get to. Certain things we have to kind of like jig up, if someone loves doing that, yeah. But if I'm like, I've come in for like 2 weeks to have a break, and then you want me to start working and like making sure everyone's fed or making sure like, no, we're having some conversation. That ain't happening. Not the way you think it would happen. I would do my bit to honor and like serve. Maybe we'll get catering in and then maybe a dish out, no problem. But to be, nah, we'll figure things out. We'll work things around. Like we'll make it work. Because at the end of the day, you have to honor thyself or um make sure your unit is fine. Not because this is how it's done, means you then are going into, yeah, that bit. It's just something I just like, yeah, why does it have to be that way? Why does it have to like, yeah, because that's how we do it. Yeah, and there's another way, you know? So, yeah, I guess my question today is what is the one thing that you do because it's expected of you, but not because it fits? But you're just doing it because, yeah, that's what's expected, not because you want to or, yeah, you have to, kind of like thing. Let's carry on our conversations in the comment section. It'll be interesting to know because it's just, yeah, interesting, fascinating, isn't it? To tomorrow. Bye for now.